This might offend you, but it will save your life, because listen to me carefully, because what I'm going to say is probably going to piss you off. And if it hits you in the chest or makes you feel something up here or feel some kind of insecurity, then good. That means you need it. So stay tuned, because I'm here to tell you that you're not tired, you're not burnt out, you're not busy, you're just underbuilt, soft, distracted, and living on autopilot like an NPC in your own life, a non-playing character. And here's the worst part. You know it. You feel it every time you fake a smile. Every time you lie to yourself about, oh, at least I've done my best. Every time you look in the mirror and avoid the eye contact with your own reflection. And today, we're going to be ripping that mask off, and it might be painful at first, but it will give you the freedom and the excitement for your life again, because enough is enough, because the modern man is dying. But the worst part is we're smiling through it on Instagram and social media. Because if I watch the average man's day moment to moment, it's tragic. Wake up tired, scroll your phone before your feet even hit the floor. Caffeine instead of clarity. Food instead of discipline. Work and hustle instead of purpose. Porn instead of connection. Drinks and drugs instead of self-respect. And sleep instead of fulfillment. That's not a life. That's slow suicide being performed politely and quietly with a smile on your face. Because most men walk around today with expensive phones, cars, clothes, but an internal world that looks like a war-torn dump. Because you might have built a lifestyle that impresses strangers and people on social media, but it's destroying you. And then you wonder why you feel empty, why you feel disconnected, why you've got no fire in your belly and passion in your chest. Because you're living in opposition to the way your biology is set up and your potential. You're not living, you're coping. You're not thriving, you're just surviving. And the real enemy's here, living inside your head. Because most men complain about the economy, about the circumstances, the people and the world around them. But do you want to know the harsh truth? The most dangerous enemy that you'll ever face lives inside your own head. That voice that tells you, I'll start Monday. Oh, I'm doing okay. I don't need no help. I'll sort it all out. I've always figured it out before. That voice in your head is the reason that you self-sabotage yourself. That voice has cost you years of potential. That voice has murdered your momentum over and over again, let alone your ambition and your confidence. Because you don't need a villain out there in the world, because you've built one internally, inside your own mind. And until you reprogram that voice, nothing else changes. Could be a new diet, same problems. New job, same problems. New relationship, same problems. Why? Because you follow yourself everywhere. So let me tell you, physical and mental mastery is not optional. It's more important than it's ever been before, because men keep searching for external solutions while their internal system's fucked. So let me make this crystal clear. You cannot win the game of life with a weak body and a chaotic mind. If you want confidence, earn it. You want clarity, create it. You want peace, then master yourself. Every single result in your life comes back to that triangle: your mind, your body, and ultimately your daily system. And if one of those collapses, then the whole structure starts to fall with it. This isn't some sort of philosophy, it's physics. When you train daily, your brain releases chemicals that make you more decisive and clinical. When you eat clean, your mood stabilizes. When you journal and do gratitude, your thinking sharpens. And when you do subconscious reprogramming, your identity changes. When you stack those daily, you become unfuckwithable. Because most men live life hoping their stresses will magically go. Hoping motivation will suddenly appear. Hoping next year feels different. Hoping for a lucky break. But hope is not strategy. A daily system that creates momentum is. Because here's the system that saved my life. Because if you've seen my videos before, you know my story. Addict, broke, self-hatred, over 20 grand in debt, out of shape, depressed, living a double life that was eating me alive with no daily system. No structure, no plan, just going from day to day. And it was just chaos disguised as living. And I'll be honest, I didn't change because I was strong. I changed because the only alternative was death. The moment I realised I couldn't trust myself and stopped having to rely on emotion, I built a system. Daily physical mastery, daily mental mastery, daily non-negotiables. That means daily momentum every day. Movement, training, journaling, gratitude, subconscious programming, whole foods, water, sleep, identity work. It's not sexy or fancy or dramatic, but it's life-changing. And that system literally took me from rock bottom to becoming mentally and physically bulletproof. That system's transformed so many of my clients to CEOs, business owners, high performers, men who look successful on paper but are dying inside. This is just what works, not motivation or manifestation, not podcasts, a system. one that upgrades your mind and your body together. And when I go into companies and speak, it blows their mind that I think that I say something so simple could change your life. But here's the reality check. Let me give you the truth that most coaches and mentors and gurus are too scared to say. If you don't fix your internal system, you'll spend the rest of your life trying to survive from the monster that you've built. It's not your wife, it's not your job, it's not your childhood, not the world, not the people around you. You. The version that avoids discipline. The version of you that hides behind the excuses. The version of you that refuses to live with structure. The version of you that would rather stay anxious and overwhelmed and stressed out than face the work that would actually free you. And that version's killing your potential. You know it, I know it. And you either need to kill him or he's going to kill your future. There is no middle ground. So you need to kill this lower, unstructured version of yourself before he kills your future. But here's my call to you to rise up. If you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been desperate and wanting for momentum and been begging for clarity, then here it is as a slap in the face for you. Your life isn't going to change because you watched a good video, not even this one. It changes when you build the system that produces a new identity, because we live out what our identity is of ourselves. The system that made me who I am now. The system that transformed all my clients. The system that turns lost men into leaders. And it's called the Become Unfuckwithable Blueprint. So if you want it, comment the word blueprint or hit the links in the description and you'll get a free copy of the blueprint. And it's changed my life and so many of my clients' lives. And if you're really serious about it, book a power hour breakthrough call with me. I'll sit down with you one-to-one and build a plan that turns the next year of your life into the one you've been pretending that you're already living. Let that one hit you in your chest. No more surviving. No more faking the smile. No more watered down, diluted version of yourself. It's time to become the man that you know that you're meant to be. So let's get to work. I'll see you in the next video, but don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to go download the free blueprint that's changed my life and so many of my clients' lives. It's there right in front of your eyes. Let's go.